Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to join this presentation. My name is Mathieu Ngouajio. I'm a National Science Liaison with NIFA, and my portfolio includes organic agriculture. So the presentation today is going to be sharing with you NIFA organic programs. But before we get into that, I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you an overview of what NIFA does. The National Institute of Food and Agriculture, NIFA, is the extramural science funding agency within USDA. So we provide funding for other agencies or individuals to do research. We invest in and support initiatives that ensure the long-term viability of agriculture. We also provide funding for strategic leadership. That is to develop the leadership that is needed for science and technology, and also to develop the people who can put those technologies into practice. We cover a broad range of topics with our funding, ranging from advanced technologies, animal science, business and economics. We have a very large portfolio focusing on education. We also cover environment, farming and ranching, and that is where we have our organic programs, things like sustainable agriculture or SARE. We also provide funding for food science, human health, and human sciences. We also provide we have a division that covers international agriculture, but in this case, we do not support research to be done overseas, only to have those people, but whenever the benefit goes to US farmers. We also cover natural resources and obviously finally plant science, including plant production and plant protection. Now, what do we do in the area of organic agriculture? You all know that the organic sector has seen a significant increase over the last decades. But to sustain that increase, we need a strong investment in research and innovation. And NIFA organic programs have been filling that niche or that gap by stimulating cutting-edge research to address the critical challenges of the organic industry. Most of our program, unless it's specifically dealing with GMO, most of our programs are open to organic agriculture. And these include both competitive programs and capacity program, also called formula program. However, we have two programs that are specific to organic agriculture. They only accept proposals focusing on organic agriculture. One is the Organic Transitions Program that I will be referring to as ORG. And the second one is the Organic Agriculture Research and Extension Initiative that I will be calling OREI. So while my presentation today will be focusing on those two programs, I just wanted to take a few minutes to tell you that there are many other NIFA programs that fund organic agriculture projects. This is just an example of those programs. The Agriculture and Food Research Initiative, AFRIC, fund a lot of projects in organic agriculture. Actually, that is one of the programs that funded this conference. We also have the Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education, SARE. The Beginning Farmer Program has been one of those that support a lot of projects in organic agriculture. We also have the Critical Research and Extension Aid, the program CARE, the Specialty Crop Research Initiative, and the Small Business Innovation Research. But even outside of NIFA, USDA, many other USDA agencies make significant investment in organic agriculture. either directly by doing the research themselves or by providing funding to those who are going to do that research, education, or extension. These are just some of the examples. The Agricultural Research Service and the Economic Research Service are some of the intramural research agencies within USDA that have a significant portfolio in organic agriculture. We also have the Marketing Service, the NRCS, the National Agricultural Statistics Service, and the National Agricultural Library. Just some examples of other agencies that do research in organic agriculture. Now, back to our two programs that focus on organic agriculture exclusively at NIFA. One is called the Organic Transitions. That one has a budget of $7 million in 2022. This is the coming grant year. And that program addresses the need of those who are transitioning to organic production. So only focusing on those who are transitioning to organic agriculture. The OREI program, on the other hand, with a budget of $30 million in 2022, focus more on the need of those who have already adopted the organic standards. So those are the people who already have the organic certification. You will notice that there's a big difference between the two programs, not only on the focus and the budget, but also on the eligibility. The Organic Transitions is limited to universities and colleges, while OREI, which is the largest program, is open to every citizen. So every US citizen can apply to that program, but the other one is only open to universities and colleges. Now, we work with all our stakeholders, all our partners to identify the need of that industry. So we work with farmers, we work with Congress, we work with consumers, we work with all the organic industry. We also take into account different farm bills, the national surveys, we conduct listening sessions, meetings, and we use all that as input into our programs. And based on that, you will notice that the need of the organic industry are really, really broad and cover the entire spectrum, all the way from farm to the table. And what do we do with all those needs, or when we go out and listen to people and take all that input into consideration? All that is translated into what we call the RFA, the request for application. So we take all those priorities, translate them into our priority, which is the NIFA request for application. We use a very strict peer review panel to review the proposal that are submitted to us, and we base our selections only on scientific merit to award those proposals. And those who receive projects from us, there's a very strict post-award management process also that is involved. Now, you will ask, what does those two programs address? What are the priority areas? Both the Organic Transition and OREI, they all focus on production efficiency, profitability, and making the industry more competitive. Now, what makes the difference is for the Organic Transitions program, we focus a little bit more on ecosystems services. We also focus on all barriers to organic transition, anything that can prevent a farmer or a producer from getting into the organic industry. We also address the need of the national organic programs. Like say, if there's a tool that is being removed, let's say like antibiotics that we are not allowed to use anymore, immediately those become, looking for alternative to those tools becomes our priority. Now for the Organic Agriculture Research and Extension Initiative, That is the largest program. We focus on operating systems. Those are farms that have already adopted organic standard. And there's a lot of focus on farm studies. We also require a lot of educational tools, and we cover everything, including post-harvest, plant breeding, IPM, curriculum development. So those are just some of the areas that we address with those two programs. Now we also receive, what has been the budget? And here I will say Congress has responded very positively to the need of this industry over time. You look at our budget for starting back in 2004, it was just below 5 million at that time. And right now in 2022, we have a budget of 30 million, and that will increase to 50 million next year. So you can see here that over time, using multiple farm bill, Congress has been able to respond to the need of the organic industry. The biggest impact was with the 2018 Farm Bill, where the budget went from 20 million to 25 in 2021. We are at 30 million this year, and next year and after, the budget will stay at 50 million. So you can see there's a big support from the government or from Congress for these programs. Okay, one of the questions that we usually receive is, what type of project do you fund? Now, I'm only going to focus on what we did last year because the request for application for 2022 is not yet out. However, it will likely reflect what we had in 2021, probably with just some small differences there. We fund 3 types of integrated projects. We call them tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. All of them cover 3 to 4 years. The first one, the tier 1 project, we provide up to $3 million. And those are the large projects that cover really broad issues that can span across multiple regions. We also have tier 2 projects up to 1.5 million that are more regional type of issue, and tier 3 is mainly for more focused projects. We also fund projects focusing on curriculum development, that is for education, up to 750,000. But more importantly, we fund proposal on conferences up to 50,000. And we are one of the very few programs left at NIFA that can fund planning proposal up to 50,000. That is for ORAI. With ORG, we have only one type of project, which is integrated project, 1 to 4 years, with a maximum budget of 600,000. Now, we also receive a lot of questions about the success rate of our program. So our success rate on average since 2001, if we average everything, it's about 24%. So out of 100 projects, we will fund 24. But as you look at the graph there have been years when the success rate was as low as 10%. 2001 was an outlier, really, to be honest. But in 2020, we have a success rate of almost 30%. That is for both programs. Now, we told you that we are going to see a big increase in our budget. That is also a great opportunity for us to stimulate research and innovation, and maybe to tackle some of the big challenges that we were not able to do when our budget was smaller. Some of the things that we want to do in the future is to promote research and innovation. So we will continue to put a lot of resources for research and innovation. We will also look at innovative technologies in extension opportunities, and we will continue to train the next generation of organic farmers and leaders. Now, for the future, we have heard from many of our stakeholders that they want us to help develop smart tools like putting new seed or new natural substances like pest management in organic systems. We have also heard a lot of our stakeholders say that, fraud in organic system is a big issue. So any research that could help us limit that fraud, so increase our organic integrity, is going to be something that we will be focusing on in the years to come. We want also to better understand the human dimension of organic agriculture, and farmers want to make sure also that most of the knowledge that is developed can easily be accessible to them. So with that, these are some of the resources that we have that you can go to see more about organic agriculture at NIFA. We have here the funding opportunities, a competitive grant, some of those resources. But also, when you visit our booth here at the conference, you will also be able to see some of those resources at our booth. And if you still have some questions, please contact us. Either myself, Mathieu Ngouajio, I'm with the Plant Production Systems, or my colleague Steve Smith, who is a national program leader in animal systems, or our colleague Nirja Tiagi, who is the program specialist for the organic program. And you have our two division directors there, one for plant system, another for animal system. So with that, I will say thank you again for visiting with us today. And thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. We are here to help. You have a question, drop us an email or call us. Thank you very much.